The Friends and Family Halloween Pack is now available at forthefamily.co. So if you see anything you like, head over to the site. This is the best way to support us here at Friends and Family. Now let's get right into the video. Beyoncé, Kanye West, Adele, and The Weeknd. At first glance, it might seem like the only thing these four have in common are winning multiple awards and having millions of adoring fans. But they actually share another connection. And this English artist is the key behind it all. This is Esmeralda Devlin, professionally known as Es Devlin. She is an English artist, best known for her large-scale stage designs and sculptures. Es began her career doing stage design for small theater shows in London, pioneering the use of projected images in theater sets. She is a master at transforming ordinary spaces into an incredible demonstration of spectacle. Whether she is creating the centerpiece for a runway fashion show, or helping your favorite artist design a breathtaking display for their live shows, Ez is the go-to person to assist creatives in bringing their large-scale ideas to life.
And now, as I create large-scale performances, I'm always working with teams that are at least the size of a symphony orchestra. And whether we are creating these revolving giant chess piece time tunnels for an opera by Richard Wagner, or shark tanks and mountains for Kanye West, we're always seeking to create the most articulate sculpture, the most poetic instrument of communication to an audience. And when we were preparing to design Beyoncé's Formation tour, we looked at all the lyrics, and we came across this poem that Beyoncé wrote. I saw a TV preacher when I was scared at 4 or 5 about bad dreams, who promised he'd say a prayer if I put my hand to the TV. That's the first time I remember prayer as an electric current running through me. And this TV that transmitted prayer to Beyoncé as a child became this monolithic revolving sculpture that broadcast Beyoncé to the back of the stadium. And we, as we conceive the show, we have to provide intimacy on a grand scale. It usually starts with sketches. I was drawing this 60-foot-high, revolving, broadcast quality portrait of the artist. And then I tore the piece of paper in half. I split the mask to try to access the human underneath it all. And it's one thing to do sketches, but of course, translating from a sketch into a tourable, revolving 6-story building took some exceptional engineers working around the clock for 3 months until finally we arrived in Miami and opened the show in April 2016. I call my work stage sculpture. But of course, what's really being sculpted is the experience of the audience. And as directors and designers, we have to take responsibility for every minute that the audience spend with us. And in the case of the Canadian artist, The Weeknd, we translated this flight path literally into an origami paper folding aeroplane that took off over the heads of the audience, broke apart in mid-flight complications, and then rose out of the ashes restored at the end of the show. And like any flight, the most delicate part is the liftoff, the beginning. Because when you design a pop concert, the prime material that you're working with is something that doesn't take trucks or crew to transport it. It doesn't cost anything, and yet it fills every atom of air in the arena before the show starts. It's the audience's anticipation. And when the audience arrived to see Adele's first live concert in 5 years, they were met with this image of her eyes asleep. If they listened carefully, they would hear her sleeping breath echoing around the arena, waiting to wake up. Here's how the show began.
Working with such high-profile names, Ez has cemented her title as one of the greatest living designers of our generation. Most of you have seen Ez's work without probably even knowing who she was. The most famous example of this is her stage design for Dr. Dre's performance at last year's Super Bowl. Ez is proof that to make a living and find fulfillment in creating or bringing your ideas to life, you don't always have to be the star of the show. Thanks for watching, people you should know. The Friends and Family Halloween Pack is now available at forthefamily.co. So if you see anything you like, head over to the site. If you don't see anything you want to purchase on the site, leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel is always a free way to show your support. If you want to keep up with us off of YouTube, follow us on Instagram at StopHateAndMakeFriends. We also have links in the description for more in-depth videos about S. Devlin if you want to know more about her career. And finally, if you like the beats in this video, check out Head and Leaf's beat tape, Spirits, now on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. Thanks for watching.